Okay. Materials for this course. Does anyone have the really thick book that has like 10 SAT questions in it? Something that looks a little bit like this. Anybody get one?
I do, but it's not on the screen. It's like 2011.
Oh, okay. It doesn't matter what year it is. You can succeed in this course with this or without this. I just want to let you know, you don't need this thick book. It happens to be very easy because it's like got 10 tests there. But you can find many of the same test questions online, and I'll show you how. What are the, and then the procedures and expectations. Procedures. The main idea for having a collection of test questions is for you to be exposed to those questions. We basically have math, verbal, and essay. There are perhaps 95 different types of math questions. There are 5,000 words on most lists. If you go to a list like SAT vocab list, you'll see 5,000 words. You probably know 2,000 of those words. I think you found that out going through this list that you've been checking off. You knew some of those words, right? Yeah. So you're on the way. We just need to get you through the next 3,000. And then there's this thing called essay. We have 15 hours together. I've now consumed 47 minutes of that, so let's call it 14 hours to get something really done in your head. For most people, it's the math that we can push you up most easily, because there's 95 problems, right? 95 types of problems. Over a 4-week period, I can basically expose you to those 95 types of problems. Once you're exposed to them, you'll know how to react to them. The verbal, that usually takes a little longer, but at least I can give you the procedure for moving ahead. As far as essays go, I don't teach the essay because you've all received adequate instruction about what to do about the essay. It's just pulling all that advice together for yourself. I'm happy to look at any essay that you choose to write. If you wish to study and improve how you work on the essay, the tip is basically go to essay prompt. That's what it says, you know, essay prompt SAT. Essay prompt SAT. You get a prompt, choose it, set your clock, 25 minutes, write it out. Whatever you finish, you bring and show it to me or email it to me, and I'll give you feedback on it. That's how I handle this, and I can give you tips on how to improve. Verbal, there are certain questions that are really tricky. Part of it is grammar. Part of it is punctuation. Go ahead and look at those questions on the SAT. There's this one website called Major Tests. Major Tests. Major Tests.com. There are two critical sections here. It's the verbal and the math. You can get basically the essence of this at majortest.com. So if you want to save the 20 bucks or whatever, yeah, go ahead, go to majortest.com. You'll be walking your way through every problem doing the following procedure. We're talking procedures here, right? It's called check, faster, and no idea. Whether you have the paper version or the majortests.com, majortest.com. You've seen that sheet, I just had it, yeah, there it is. Whether you go here or you take the paper version, you're going to be doing one of three things. You're looking at each problem and saying, I can do that in 1 minute. Check. I can do it in 2 or 3 minutes, so I need to know how to do it faster. Or, I have no idea. You show me what's going on here, right? Some of it might be knowledge that you don't have. Often the reason you can't do it faster is that you are doing something now. Some of you might be doing Algebra 2, pre-calc, which gets in the way of the math that is typically offered in the SAT. Okay.